try the left side. Moses. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And it was so funny what the offensive coordinator said right off the top. He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Heath. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
first down. Moses. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means if I want to run it inside, if you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Those type of teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge for the play we just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, Baldwin. Just do it.
A good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense down, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Heath. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down, Justice, and he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. His carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Looking to throw. Deep. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. He'll try again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
They decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A good drive on top as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Will be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, you got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. But it's 2nd down.
Good job over there, baby.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on to Sam. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On first down, Burke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down now, Justice. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on first down. Heath over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offense can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Justice. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Heath. And right with it here over the middle. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, force the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right at the 35. They'll score a 36-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. But look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
That's right. Right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown! A great play there. 56 yards. And the Rams continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing.
And the Rams got it. They bring it down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. To throw on second down. He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First and 10. Heath. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway of the NFC Championship game. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Second and 4. Looking to throw. Heath. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
First down. Heath throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll try the left side. Moses. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
There ain't no joke out here right now.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
He'll look to throw. The contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Heath. Over the middle, complete. That's right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down. Burke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Gets around him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. For the right to go on to the Super Bowl.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Heath. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down. Justice. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Heath. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down. Heath. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Heath finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. Sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Rams are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And the Rams have got it back. And they are going to score before a return. Touchdown, L.A. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then running it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets it to Strong. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. L.A. readies for its next possession. And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is right through. That will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll drop to throw. Challenge and setting him back on the sand.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Justice. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Justice. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the 1st. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Rams are Super Bowl bound as champions of the NFC. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.